Okay, so first things first, I'm going on the record by saying that Splatterhouse is the goriest game ever. I know it's a bold statement, but I've played my share of video games, and in my opinion, this is the goriest. This game is a remake to Namco's 1988 Japanese arcade classic, Splatterhouse. Developed and published by Namco once again, Splatterhouse was released on November 23rd, 2010. Oh, did I mention Rick and I are good buddies? Here we are hanging out at E3. As a fun little bit of trivia, Splatterhouse was originally being developed by Bottle Rocket Entertainment, the same developer who brought us the highly praised Rise of the Kasai on PS2. However, due to performance issues, Namco Bandai parted ways with Bottle Rocket Entertainment on February 9, 2009. And from there, they set out to finish development with the assistance of some fellow Bottle Rocket employees who went on to work for Namco, finishing up the game. We opened a Rick in a pool of blood with a talking mask staring him in the face. This mask, known as the infamous Terror Mask, informs Rick that his girlfriend Jennifer has been kidnapped by the evil professor of necrobiology, Dr. Henry West.
Took your life. Dr. Henry West, MD. He took it all.
From here, the Terror Mask seduces Rick into putting it on.
We can save her if you show me some faith, if you trust me, if you put me on.
And thus, Rick is transformed into a superhuman monster who will stop at nothing to rescue his girlfriend.
Quit whining. Did I say it was going to be fun? You're going to have to learn to love the pain. There's a lot more of it to come. What have you done to me?
You're in for one gory beat 'em up, and your fingers will never have a dull moment, so start doing your finger exercises now. When you chain together enough combo attacks and build your meter, enemies will start to glow red. This is where the most gruesome kills in the game take place. These special kills are triggered by moving the analog sticks in different directions. Check this out. When you gain enough experience, you can strengthen Rick's abilities. And remember in Splatterhouse 3 how Rick could transform to an even badder-ass monster? Well, the same can be done here as well.
It is good to finally be free.
The damage system is totally sick. As Rick takes a variety of hits to his body, it begins to degrade and body parts fall off. However, the Terror Mask has a thirst for blood, and such you can pull off a special attack to drain enemies of their blood, which will rejuvenate Rick and grow back his limbs. This remake truly comes full circle when you reach certain parts of a level and it switches to an old school side-scrolling aspect, which is a love letter to Splatterhouse fans. And when you grab that 2x4 and splattering your enemies against the wall like it's 1988, you know you're playing a Splatterhouse game, baby. Through the levels, Rick will collect sexy pictures of his girlfriend, and as you start piecing together the pictures, you will find them to be quite exposing. The interactions Rick and the Terror Mask have throughout the game are downright awesome.
Listen, I have a thirst, Rick. I'll call it a passion. When it comes to blood, I'm some of a connoisseur, you know? I give you power. I give you strength. Gotcha, bitch!
And believe me, the Terror Mask has no problem rubbing it in your face if you suck, or of course if you're a newbie.
Fucking noob.
The haunting music to Splatterhouse is composed by Howard Drawson, who composes Hollywood movies, such as Unleashed and Blade Trinity, to name a few. The game's soundtrack takes on a life of its own, with such bands as Lamb of God providing their songs. As most of you may already know, Namco included all 3 original Splatterhouse titles, including the 1988 arcade version of the first game. All 3 games are unlockable as you progress throughout the game. It is my pleasure to share the history of video games, so if you haven't played the original, this is a fantastic way to know your roots and play the original trilogy that started it all. Splatterhouse is a single-player experience, but no doubt your friends will want to take a stab, or I should say a 2x4, to splatter some monsters. This is the game fans have been waiting for, and you horror junkies, Splatterhouse is going to whet your appetite. With the inclusion of all 3 Splatterhouse games, this is a bloody good time that is extremely hard to pass up. Until next time, this is Jim Combs saying, if the terror mask consumes you, who would you go splatter against the wall? See you next time on Video Game Saga Spotlight segment. Be there or be square.
My arm!
Jesus, Rick, get it together. I asked you to trust me. First sight of blood, you're crying like a schoolgirl. For a dick, you are such a pussy.
Well done.